Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy, your NOLA Motorsports Speedway Kart Endurance Racing 5th out of 5 teams placing Kart Endurance Racer and GT Sports Sim Racer. Tonight, we're pushing the GTR to the limits to see if we can't get first. Hang around and see if we can. Alright, hit like if you like the video, hit subscribe if you really like the video, all that stuff. But anyway, so on to qualifying. This is where the race is made or broken. I am 0.011 seconds behind K-Funk and not much further behind Orma Bixie Gas. So I need a good lap, and I'm 0.090 seconds off of my best time so far. And you know, that's just not going to do it. I've got to get down in the low 52s or even the 51s if I want that pole position. And pole position to me is essential to winning the race, because that is what my strategy is based on. As I approach the line, I cross with a 52.252, good for seconds, so the strategy is still in play. Let's see how it works out. Alrighty, thank you, Miss Opera Lady. I was told I shouldn't sing in my videos because, well, I should keep my day job, and, well, too bad, because I'm singing. So in first place, we have Orma Bixie Gas. In second, myself, Geauxgreddy, not far behind, only like 600ths or so. And then we have K-Funk, who also had a very good time with the 52.279. Then old Hyzidia there in fourth, and in fifth, Little Regret in the Mazda. In sixth, Chase Cam Pled in the American Spirit livery. Interesting choice there. Skittles in seventh without a Skittles livery. Don't know why that's the case. In eighth, we got PHX Drezian. In ninth, Devil Dog D Dog, because there's not enough D's in Devil Dog D Dog. In 10th, XS Medax, good to see you again, sir. In 11th, Gen 2 GSR in the F-Type, not a GSR. In 12th, my favorite name, Assbutt 47. In 13th, Yes No Yes No. Look, there's got to be 46 other Assbutts out there. Think about that. In 14th, Cloudy Racing. That cracks me up. In 15th, Argusa in Alabama. I think I got that right. In 16th, Binary Theory. Also good to see you again, sir. In 17th, I Want to Be Scott, or S. Pruitt, rather, with, as always, a very fine Lexus livery. In 18th, Bree 510 Racer. In 19th, D. Constrict with the Anime Mercedes. Interesting choice there. And here we are, ready to light it up and get on our way. So I now bring to you the Greddy tire strategy. So in my practice races, I actually won a few of these for a change, and I was running anywhere between a 2407 and a 2417, most notably on the lower end of that scale when I was out front. So if I was able to put Big Beastie Godzilla out front, I could run low 24s, usually under a 2410. So that's where I really wanted to be out front as I light up the rear tires coming around corner one. That is not fast. And what I noticed in my practice races was that I was able to really hammer on the throttle through these corners, essentially treating this as a straight, and basically only have to use these sections of the track right here as actual corners. I was actually able to hold it full throttle through there too as well. And then what I noticed is when I got into someone's slipstream, that little GTR just did not want to stick to the track. and my tires wore much more quickly. So if I was out in front, I could go 12 laps on softs. But if I was in the slipstream of someone, about lap 9, lap 10, they were really falling off. And, you know, that's partly my fault because I was not braking early enough. But I just could not adjust to the earlier brake points. This to me was a very rhythmic track. And if I got out of rhythm, it just really messed with me. So anyway, so I am trying to get into Orma's slipstream and hopefully make a move on him in the straight. So this corner here is the one I want to nail because the GTR really pulls hard down the straight. And what I was really hoping was that Orma would come out on hards or a hybrid setup, and I was just simply going to be able to out corner him in corner 1 or in the last corner. In other words, power out of that corner, make up speed on him, and take him here in corner 1. Because most of the people I was racing in the practice races were running those hybrid tires at the start of the race, even if they finished up front. So fingers were crossed that Orma would do the same. Now, hindsight being 2020, and from what I could tell with the lap times he was running and the way he was braking and the way he was sticking coming out of the last corner, he was not running the hybrid tire strategy. So I was like, well, time for plan B. James, what's plan B? Well, plan B is to use the slipstream of the gentleman in front of you and just go as fast as you can. So that was plan B. And don't ask me who James is. He's supposed to be my pit crew guy. He's supposed to be British. But I don't do a very good British accent. So I just made it like kind of a really boring American accent. It's much more exciting. So as you can see here, going deep in corner 1, here I'm lap 4. You know, I'm just not nailing those brake points. You know, I'm hanging out and around the second zone, and I pretty much hung between the second and a half zone with Orma until like the last 2 laps, really. And then some real excitement happens, but I won't tell you what happens because you have to watch to find out. Hanging out here in that second, and I was just like, I could not get the braking points right. Struggling to find that rhythm. And, you know, I got K-Funk about the same distance behind me, so I'm still a little worried about him. I don't know what tires he's on. He's in the Porsche. I know that he doesn't have the straight line speed that the GTR has, so if I can kind of keep him at bay through corner 1, then I pretty much got him because really the only good places to pass is corner 1 right there. If you try to pass here, it usually ends in death, so not the best place to pass. Then through this section, this is all you want to keep all your speed through here because if you drop a second or two, you could basically pull 2 positions back to you because the lap times are so extremely close together. You don't want to pull any of these people behind you in. So here, another opportunity to pass coming out of this corner. A lot of people would lose the rear end right here, and you could usually get a good run on them on the straight, pass them on the straight before corner 1, or get such a good run on them that you could pass them in corner 1. So there we are, sitting in 6th place, and you see me letting off really early there because I wasn't close enough to go for it right there. And if I would have made a big lunge in there, it would have just taken me and Orma out. And there were several times in the race that I know that I flashed Orma just 1 or 2 times just to let him know, stay on the racing line. I don't know that it worked or not. I don't know if Orma knew what the hell I was doing, or if I was just trying to annoy him or what. But I was trying to be like, no, dude, don't get off. Just stay on the racing line. Let's just gap everybody. I just want to put a big honking gap on everybody. I'm in 2nd place. I can finish right here and be happy as a clam. Of course, I would love to finish him first, but I'm not going to ruin my race or Orma's race to get there. He beat me in qualifying, so as far as I'm concerned, I've got to come in as he's like the champion. I'm coming in as the guy that wants to take the belt away. I got to prove that, you know, I'm worthy of that belt. So I'm not going to try to do anything to ruin his race. Because like I said, he earned it in qualifying. He earned that pole position. So if I'm going to take it from him, I'm going to take it from him clean. Anyway, I know not everyone has that same sentiment, but, you know, on this course, typically people would make a mistake. They would hit this wall, they would hit that wall, they would lose it right here, they'd lose it in this corner and go in the sand. I mean, it was super easy to do, and even some of the best drivers I've seen were doing it. So, to me, in my mind, the odds were Orma would do that at some point. So I just wanted to be close enough to take advantage of that mistake when it happened. Now, in the meantime, K-Funk is doing the same thing to me. He's hanging out in my slipstream, waiting for me to make a mistake. So right there, I try to break it up a little bit, try and get out in front of him. And this was really the hardest corner to take in that when you were really tight on someone, because that break point was so important. I mean, it was just a few feet separated going deep in that corner and being on that apex and being able to power out of that corner. And with the car right in front of you, it was really hard for me to see where I wanted to brake. Just did not have a good feel for it when I was right on someone's rear bumper. Also, that draft, man, even through this section, you can see me lifting there. I don't usually lift through that section when I'm out front. I'm just flat through there. Then I would be down in this corner. I would, be going through the corner 62, 63 miles an hour. There I was all the way down to 58. So it's just, my rhythm was all messed up just by being in the slipstream. So hang out here, lap 9. Still behind Orma by about 1.2 seconds right now. K-Funk only about 8/10 behind me here. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, we're just pounding out the laps. You can see laps 7, 8, and 9 there. In the 53s, not very good. If I was running out front, I would hope to be running the 52s all the way through lap 8 and being in the very low 53s lap 9 and lap 10. But of course, I am not out front right now, so not running those lap times, and struggling a little bit with my rhythm, to be honest with you. Not to make any excuses, but I did run an endurance kart race today. It was an hour long of my stint. And everyone was like, oh, you're going to be so wore out at the end of it. It's so difficult. You're going to be sore. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a go-kart race. Like, how sore could you be? Well, my right arm is dead, and my right leg is even deader. So, if you ever do an endurance race on a kart track, be prepared. It is difficult. It takes some physical stamina, that is for sure. So anyway, lap 10, we're going to pit here. So my pit strategy is this: 10 soft, 7 hard. If I was in the lead, I could stretch that out to 11 if I just wanted to put a little more distance between me and the guy behind me before I pitted. But I'm in second, so I'm going to jump in the pits here right behind Orma. So coming in, Orma comes in, K-Funk comes in. We're all on soft tires. Little regret was, come to find out, was on the hybrid tire strategy. So he was on a soft front, hard rear tire. That just really didn't work out for me in the GTR. It's got so much power coming out the corners that with that hard rear tire and the soft front, I don't know, it did not want to stick. I was much more comfortable coming out on these softs and just eating people up at the beginning of the race and spitting them out and then just laying down fast lap times. Of course, right now Orma is not letting me do that, but that's okay. Like I said, he's doing a good job out there out front. I'm putting pressure on him, and he's just he's not making any mistakes. So especially on that corner there, on the last corner was the one I really need him to make a mistake on, and up through lap 11 he is not. So hang out here in Orma's slipstream for quite a long time. So let's go ahead and fast forward up through a few laps. All right, so as we fast forward here through these laps, I'm just hanging out in Orma's slipstream. I come within under a second. I get as close as like 0.6 and 0.4. I go back to 1, up to 0.6, back to 1. I'm basically just going back and forth. As I get close, I get into a slipstream too close. I lose too much downforce. I back out. And I just could not drive in his slipstream. It was driving me nuts. Now, part of this game that I really like is that when you come upon lap traffic, they ghost. I like that because they can't mess with you in the race. But what I found out in this race, it is hyper aggravating and you are trying to drive in someone's slipstream and see through a ghost. Very annoying. So as we come out here at lap 19, there I have a Grusa in Alabama, and I'm trying to see my brake area, and I'm trying to follow Orma here, and he was in my way. And actually, I did pretty well. I mean, I found it there, but there's a point later in the race where there's a Mercedes that we catch. I think it's here right up here, number 16. Now that scared the hell out of me because I heard those tires squealing, and I forgot that was the lapped guy behind me. So I look in my rearview mirror there to hear what the hell is about to smoke me, and it was just the lapped car. So when we catch number 16, he's actually fairly quick. I don't know if he was on the soft tires or what he was, but he kind of hung out in the top 3 pack there at the end of the race, and it was a little aggravating. So we come to the pits here. I'm going on to hards. So is Orma. So is K-Funk. So all 3 of us, same exact strategy: 10, 10, 7. And like I said, in my practice races, it was fast as hell. I was running, like I said, low 24-minute races, 24:07 being my best. And I ran down some fast guys, some dudes I usually don't beat. So I figured, well, it's got to work here. And then I ran into Mr. Bixie Gas, who was running a hell of a race, by the way. So through lap 21, sir, tip of the hat to you. You are absolutely laying down solid laps. So heading to lap 21, I am on the hards now. Now, again, like I said, I'm within a second of the leader. I've been within a second of the leader for the last 21 laps. Nothing has changed. I'm now beginning to think, can I run faster than him on the hard tires? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the Aston Martin is on the hards as compared to softs. I know that I was pretty confident on the hards in the GTR as far as running low 53s. Again, the slipstream being the issue, I didn't really know how the hards would handle in the slipstream. None of my practice races, by the time I was on hards, everyone was so spread out that I was basically running by myself, even if I was further back in the pack. So I wasn't really sure. And here again, I'm within 7/10 of them. So essentially, if I can get a really good run out of them the last corner, then I can possibly make a move on corner 1. A little low speed coming through the corner there, within 7/10, but again, he has an excellent exit. You can see I'm gaining on him, but I'm just not gaining on him like I need to be able to make that move in corner 1. He gets a little concerned there, and he kind of goes out wide to maybe take that inside line away, but I'm not going to send it from 7/10 back. I mean, not even some of the worst drivers would do that from 7/10. But you never know. I mean, some of these people are nuts. So I thought I had a better reputation than that, Orma. But anyway, so here getting within 6/10, I'm feeling good. I mean, about my position right now, I'm thinking this is the spot. This is where I'm gonna take him right here. And I get down onto it, and I come in through a little slow. And I look at my rearview mirror like, son of a, where the hell did this guy come from? I look at my rearview mirror and I see this dude out of nowhere. Little regret is all up my milkshake. Just as I'm about to make my move, Orma goes on the inside. I get on the brakes here. Here's the number 15 car that I was talking about. It was not number 16, it was number 15. I missed my apex. I missed my opportunity to take the lead in the race. And then I got the Mazda, which I thought it looked like on radar and on my rearview mirror that was behind me, but he got into my quarter panel a little bit right there. I don't know why you try to pass in that fast S. This is just going to slow us both down. It's occurred to me he's on soft tires. He's just running us down way too fast to be on hards. Oh, and this ghost is just totally aggravating me right there. So I know he's on softs, and I'm looking at the positions of everyone on the track right now. So I look up in the mini map and I see me and him, and then right behind him is K-Funk. And I'm like, okay, so if I really battle this guy for the next 3 laps, it's going to bring K-Funk into it. And then I miss my braking point again because I'm looking at the damn mini map. So he passes me. I'm like, son of a, I'm like, okay, well, not the worst thing that can happen. I'll just hang out in this guy's slipstream. The ghost is aggravating the hell out of me, and I'm just gonna just gonna sit back here and hope for carnage. So I know that I'm not going to catch him through the corners unless he makes a mistake. He's on soft tires. I'm on hard tires. He's at least a half a second a lap faster than me. I mean, he's been hanging out with us all race, so I mean, he's got good pace. So I'm actually hoping that he takes out. Not hoping. I mean, but I'm counting on or thinking that if I'm going to actually make up a position here, I need him and Orma to just do something stupid. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh, here it comes right here. And I missed my braking point again, a little late again. So come through this corner, get on the gas. I'm like, and now they're side by side in the S's. I'm like, oh, here it is. They start banging. I'm like, oh, Orma's going to get pissed and start banging back. He does not. Good job, Orma. And I'm like, okay, well, now Orma's back into second again. He went back a little bit. Maybe it took a little bit out of his tires. And again, the ghost aggravates me coming through those corners. It's just that little shadow view in the side of the screen that shows that someone's beside you. It makes you look up away from the race and look, behind you, beside you, and you're looking for things. It's distracting. Whereas if he wasn't ghosted, he'd at least be a solid car that he can't just go inside of me in the middle of the race. But then he could take you out because he just was unhappy with 15th. So again, glad as I get into the back of a little regret there, and that was definitely my fault for breaking late. Ghost Boy goes on by. No real concerns there. This is the last lap. That was really my last chance at making anything happen in the race. But like I said, there's still a chance they may take each other out. So I'm still trying to catch back up to him and stick with him. And I've got the aggravating ghost fan deconstrict. It's not his fault that he's a ghost car right now in front of me. And I believe you still get their slipstream even though they're ghosted. So I don't think that was really helping me at all. So coming down the final stretch, Orma does an amazing job to hold off. A little regret on those soft tires. He does a good job there. Gets first place. I come through with third. Very happy with third place. This is a really good lobby. I was ranked 15th in the lobby, so I got some really good points in this race. And I got fastest lap. So, hey, fastest lap, I'll take it. Wasn't super happy with the time. As you can see, it is a 24:16, so not my best effort there. Like I said, if I had gotten out front early, I think I could have walked away with the race by the way I did before, but you know what? I couldn't. So again, tip of the hat to Orma, and a little regret for the tire strategy they ran with the Mazda. It worked out really well for him. So good job there. A little regret. K-Funk for being a clean driver. Really appreciate that, sir. He hung out in my slipstream the whole race and managed not to murder me throughout. So good job, all four of you. I thought the race was a lot of fun. I was sweating at the end, man. I was sweating. My right arm was numb. My right leg was numb. It's been a hell of a day. And to top it off, Tigers win. That's right. LSU 12-0. So earned 181 points, fastest lap, a clean race. Highest points for the series. So happy with that. Like I said, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like if you really like it. Smash that subscribe. I would certainly appreciate it. So until next time, y'all have a great evening. Clean, take us out.